welcome to Kaz Fitness on this beautiful sunny morning again. So I'm going to do a class for scoliosis this morning, which is a condition of the spine. So you might get an S shape down the spine, you might get a bit of kyphosis as well, which is the one where we hunch, so you might end up with a bit of a hunch in the top of the back. So we're going to look at some pilates exercises that might help with scoliosis. So let's stand with our feet hip width apart. Now, if you're ever doing this by yourselves and you've got a mirror, it's a really good idea to use a mirror because you can look at your body and see if you can get your shoulders level or the hips level. So if you can ever do this in front of a mirror, great idea. So feet hip width apart, nice and tall through the spine, shoulders relaxed back and down, soften through the knees. Now take some even breaths in and out through so in through the nose and out through the mouth. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Now let's look at our abdominal scooping. So let's try and think about drawing the tummy button all the way back towards the spine. So pull the tummy in, hold it in. Now release out. So if you want to, you can take your hands to your tummy. So draw the tummy all the way in, pull it in. So really pull in and release out. So let's do a couple more. So I want you to really think about this abdominal muscles, pulling in and tightening, and that will help to strengthen and work through into the back. Release. And one more. So draw that tummy all the way in. Stay nice and tall. And release. So just draw the tummy in slightly so you've got that third on the tummy. So the next thing we're going to look at is breathing right down into the lower rib cage. So you take your hands to your ribs, take a nice deep breath in through the nose and allow that rib cage to expand. Now exhale through the mouth. Allow that rib cage to come in. So again, inhale through the nose, expand, exhale through the mouth, and again, inhale, exhale, and let's do one more, inhale, and exhale. So really think about your breathing. It comes all into the rib cage to expand and open out. And as you exhale, let that rib cage go in. So nice and relaxed on your mat. Take your hands to your side. Now, if you've got scoliosis, so that S shape in the spine, you're going to find one side is tighter than the other. So you're going to reach down towards the knee and just hold for a second. Open out through that side and feel how it feels. And then come back to centre, reach down to the other knee. So if one side is tighter than the other, you're always going to do more to that side than to the other side. So you want to try and open out through the muscles. So give yourself some length through the side that's become tight. So keep the tummy pulled in, keep the shoulders nice and relaxed. And again, if you wanted to, you could maybe do this against a wall to try and keep you a bit more upright if you struggle with that position. So let's just do one more to each side. One more to each side. Good. So we've really opened out through the rib cage, through the side. So now take your hands up to right angles. So again, if you've got some scoliosis going on, so you feel like you're stood like this, the back is a bit arched, you might struggle to get the hands at right angles, get those shoulders down. So do your best to get the shoulders back and down, hands at right angles. And if you want to, again, stand lightly against a wall to just try and get those shoulder blades nice and level. So open out through the chest. Take a nice deep breath in. Inhale. Let that breath come all the way down to that lower rib cage. And then exhale. Draw the shoulders back and down. So draw the shoulder blades back together. And now lift the hands. Inhale up towards the ceiling. Exhale. Draw the shoulders back and down. Draw those shoulder blades together. Inhale. If it's too much lifting the arms up and down, just keep the arms at right angles to practice opening out through the chest. 2 more. One more. So you might really feel this through the shoulder blades, down through the back. Obviously, if you want to, you can do more. So we've only done 4. If you ever want to, you can do more. Just release off through the shoulders, relax through the arms. Good. So let's do some balance work. Soften through the knees. Neutral spine, tummy in. Let's go round in a circle. So again, if you need to hold on to something, feel free to hold on. Circle the leg round. And the other way. Nice. So just take the leg forwards and back. So squeeze into the bottom. Forwards and back. So concentrate on squeezing into that bottom. Trying to keep the back nice and long. That tummy is in. And one more. So now just lift your knee in front of you and hold. Keep the hands on the hips. Try to steady the hips. Try and get the shoulders nice and level. Just hold and breathe for 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Walk it through. Nice work. So the other side. Supporting knees soft. Tummy in nice and tall. Draw that tummy in. Round. Circle. So inhale. Exhale round. Inhale. Exhale round. Good. And the other way round. So circle. Circle. So lift that knee in front and hold. Take the hands to the hips. Try and keep the hips level. Tummy in, back nice and long. Relax the shoulders back and down. So hold and breathe. Inhale all the way down to the bottom of the ribs. And out. Good. 2. And 1. And release. So walk it through. Relax off through the legs. And let's squat. So feet hip width apart. Knees over the toes. And back up. So try to think about hinging from the hips as you squat. Pushing the bottom back. Knees out over your toes. Push down through the heels. And squeeze through the bottom as you come all the way up. So think about strengthening in through the legs. In through the bottom. Up through the back. Good. Let's do 2 more. And relax. So 1 leg squats this time. So either tap your foot to the floor for balance, or you could take it behind wherever you feel most comfortable, or you could lift the foot off the floor. You could hold on to something. So 1 leg squat. So down and up. Knee over the toe. So we're really thinking about trying to strengthen in through that glute, to strengthen in through the back. Good. Let's just do 4 more. 3, 2, 1. Both legs down. Let's do 6 squats with both legs on the floor. So squat, squeeze, squat, squeeze. Good. 3 more. 2, 1. So the other leg, 1 leg squat. So do it where you feel most comfortable. Foot forwards, foot behind, foot lifted, or hold on. So squat down and up. Squat down and up. Keep that knee in line with your foot. If it's too much doing one leg squat, stay to doing 2 legs on the floor. Good, 2 more. And relax, opposite arm and leg, lift and lengthen, and down. Lift and lengthen, and down. So when you're lengthening, squeeze into the bottom, open out through the chest, draw that tummy in, breathe deep into that rib cage. So 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax, just have a rest, walk through the feet, relax through the shoulders. Good. So stand with your feet slightly wider than hip width apart. So we're going to come down, we're going to hinge from the hips. You can soften through the knees. And then you're going to do a cat back up. So pull your tummy in, round through the back, all the way back up. So you're hinging from the hips, softening through the knees. Draw that tummy in and cat stretch all the way up. So hinge from the hips, soften through the knees, cat stretch, draw all the way up. So as you hinge forward, you're getting some length through that lower back, through the bottom. Soften through the knees, draw the tummy in, so we're opening out through the back, and let the shoulders relax down. Hinge, soften, cat stretch. Nice. Feel those shoulder blades open out. Let's do 2 more. Hinge, soften, cat. And 1 more. Hinge, soften, cat. Nice work. Just release through the shoulders. Release through the neck. So just take the ear to the shoulder and to up. Ear to the shoulder and up. Chin to chest. Gently looking up. Back to centre. Look over the shoulder and back. Over the shoulder and back. Good. So come down to your mat. Child pose stretch. So take your bottom onto your heels, lengthen through the arms, let the forehead, let the chest come down to the mat. So you might struggle to get the bottom back. You could take a cushion between your bottom and your heels. If you struggle to get the chest down, the arms lengthen, just come to where you can. So again, you're trying to lengthen through the back, open out through those back muscles to try and correct any tightness. Let's take them round to one side. And back to centre. Round to the other side. And back to centre. Nice. So bring yourself down onto your fronts. Take your hands underneath your shoulders. Bring your elbows in close to your body and just let your feet relax on the floor where they feel comfortable, as close together as you can, but you can take them apart if you need to. So just pull that tummy in, tuck your chin, and then come up to your hips, open out through the chest as much as you feel able to. Draw the shoulder blades back and down and hold in a cobra. So keep the chin slightly tucked, look down and forwards. Feel a length opening out through the front, through the tummy, working into the back. Let's come down. Nice and controlled, nice and easy. And let's do another. So if it's too much coming all the way up, just go to where you feel most comfortable. Good, and back down. Let's do 2 more. So inhale, exhale. Hold at the top, breathe all the way down through the rib cage. And down. And 1 more, push all the way up. Open out and hold. Breathe. And come down. Nice. Come up onto your hands and your knees and come into your cat to cow. So just have a release off. So cat to cow in your own time, coming up and sinking that tummy down. So coming up, open out through the shoulder blades, push through the arms, sink the tummy down. Good. Do one more here. And come back to neutral position. Now wag your tail. Take your hips to one side and look over the other side. So you're taking the hips to one side, looking over the opposite shoulder. So you're going to feel it stretching through that lower back, maybe through the shoulders. Again, if you're suffering from bad scoliosis of the spine, that S shape or tightness, then you might feel it in one side more than the other, and you can work that side slightly more. So let's just do one more to each side. Good, come back to centre, and we're going to circle our cat-cow. So take your cat-cow, bring it up through one shoulder, through to the other shoulder, down through the hips. So you're circling your cat-cow. So you're making each group of muscles work separately to lengthen and mobilise. So one more to this side. Now see if you can change direction. So circle your cat-cow the other way round. Good. One more. And have a little rest. Come back into your child pose stretches to relax off through the wrists, through the arms. Good. So come back down onto your front and let's do our swan dive. So elbows at right angles, hands flat on the floor, tuck your chin. So if you need levels, okay, you can keep the hands on the floor, keep the feet on the floor, just lift the head, neck, chest away from the floor and back down. You can lift the arms away from the mat, keeping the feet on the floor and back down. Or you can lift the head, neck, shoulders, arms, one or both legs off the floor, keeping that chin tucked, looking down and slightly forwards, and then lower. So inhale, exhale to lift, think about lengthening. Inhale, exhale to lower. Good. Nice and controlled, nice strength work for the back. And let's do two more. Good. One more. And relax down. So again, just come up, either into child pose stretch or cat to cow, whatever you feel you want to do. And come back onto hands and knees. So you're on your hands and knees, hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Draw the tummy in and try to lengthen as much as you can through the back. Relax the shoulders back and down. So take one leg and extend the leg back. Now you can keep the foot on the floor or you can lift that leg, but keep the hip nice and level. So I just want you to hold that leg up. Think about drawing the tummy in, the hips are level, you've got a spirit level on the hips at the back, the shoulders are level. Hold and breathe. Think about using the glute in the bottom. And circle the leg round. Keep everything still apart from that leg that you are circling round. So circle the other way. Good. Bring that leg back in, knee under the hip. So again, find your position, make sure that tummy is in, lengthen the other leg, either foot on the floor or lift, hold. So again, check your position, the hips are level, the shoulders are level, you're nice and long through to the top of the head, the chin is tucked, you're looking down and slightly forwards, using the bottom. Breathe in nice and deep into the lower rib cage. So in through the nose, out through the mouth. And circle that leg round. So circle the leg round. And the other way. Nice work. Relax that leg down. So let's think about trying to lengthen through the arm. So again, if you're suffering from scoliosis, you might find it really hard to lift one arm. Just tap to the floor. Try to lift that arm to the ear. Lengthen through to the fingers. Think about lengthening through the side and back down. So lengthen the arm as far as you feel able to. Think about where you feel any tightness, any pulling, and back down. Let's just do a couple to each side. Good, so 2 more to each side. Make sure that hand comes back down and places directly underneath your shoulder. So 1 more to each side. Good. Should we just do opposite arm and leg? So opposite arm and leg, lift and lengthen. Everything stays still except for that leg and arm that's moving. The hips, the shoulders stay nice and level. Inhale in, exhale in, through the move. Keep that tummy in. So let's hold our next one up just for a couple of breaths. So hold your next one up and now focus on that breath. So inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. 2 more, come on. Good, lower down and the other side. So stabilise yourself, lift that other side, everything is level. Inhale, exhale, really use that breath to come all the way through the rib cage. And down. Well done, relax back off the wrists. Have a rest however you feel most comfortable resting. And come onto your sides. So come to lie on your sides. So we're going to do a side bend to start with to try and strengthen through the back, through the lower back, through the side, through the core. So take your elbow underneath your shoulder. Make sure your elbow is at a right angle, palm down. Bend your knees, your feet, your bottom, your elbow in a line at the back of your mat. Draw that tummy in. Now you can keep this hand on the floor, but don't let it tilt you forwards. You've got to keep that chest open. You're going to lift the hip away from the floor. You can take the hand to the hip if you want to, and back down. So lift, draw the tummy in, and back down. You could lift this arm to the ceiling if you want to work a bit harder. Don't let this ear come down to the shoulder. The head, the shoulder isn't moving. You're literally lifting that hip and lowering. Let's do 2 more. Lifting the hip and lowering. Lifting the hip and lowering. Good. Come down, lie on your arm, or if you'd rather, you could take a cushion, a block underneath your ear. Totally your choice where you want to be. So bend that bottom leg, draw your tummy in, lengthen, Relax the head as much as you can to relax through the neck, keeping that chest open. Hand could come to the floor or it could go to your thigh, wherever you feel most comfortable. Lift your top leg, flex your foot. So the foot is slightly turned up to open out through this hip. So just draw that tummy in and breathe in all the way down to the rib cage and out. So let's just do a couple of breaths while we hold. And let's circle that leg round. So circle. Nothing else moves, just the leg. So circle that leg round. Keep the back nice and long. Draw that tummy in. And the other way round, so circle, circle. So trying to open out through the hip, working through the hip. Strengthening into that lower back. So relax, hold, just hold, flex that foot, breathe in and out. Breathe in and lower. Good. Take the feet together. Keep the hips facing forwards. Open out through that hip into your clam. Squeeze into the bottom and back down. So again, you might find one side is easier to do than the other. So you're opening out. You're keeping the hips nice and level. You're squeezing into the bottom. And two more. Good, relax. There is somebody at my door. Do mermaid stretch. I will be back. Shh. Hello? Oh, thank you. I'll get it in a second. Shh, shh, shh. So, mermaid, back. Mermaid, Bertie, mermaid stretching side to side. Nice and slow, Bertie. Good, and relax. Let's go to the other side. Oh, at least you were only stretching. So, other side. Let's do our side bend. Come down so the elbow is under your shoulder. Palm down. Line yourself up at the back of your mat. Draw your tummy in. Open out through the chest. So if you need to, keep the hand on the floor, but make sure you're not leaning forwards. Or just take the hand to the hip and you're just lifting the hip off the floor and down. You could lift that arm towards the ceiling. The ear stays away from the shoulder. Work through the back. Strengthen. Think about opening out if you're using the arm through this side. Lengthening for that rib cage. Two more. One more. Good work. And relax. So come down again to lie. Take your pillow if you need it. Bend that bottom leg, lengthen your top leg. So you lift that top leg. Now flex the foot, point the toes slightly to the ceiling as you flex the foot to open out through that hip. Hips are nice and level. Tummy is in. So just again, inhale to open out for that rib cage all the way down to the bottom of the rib cage. And exhale all the way out. Good, nice. Circle that leg round. Keep nice and still, apart from through the hip. And the other way round, circle. Good. So just hold that leg up. Breathe, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. and relax down. So bring the feet together. Open out through the hip in your clown. Keep the hips facing forwards and down. So squeeze into the bottom. Hello. Was there somebody at the door? That was a bit naughty, wasn't it? Fancy knocking on the door. Good boy. So 2 more. I don't need help, okay? Well, that's debatable. And relax. So again, come up, sit, mermaid stretch, nice and slowly to open out through the side. And again, if you've got one side that's tighter than the other, then sit that way and do more on that side. Remember, it's your workout, is to try and help lengthen through any tight muscles that you've got through the body. Good. So just relax and come over onto your backs. So again, because you might have this hunch in the back, if you want a pillow or something under the block, feel free to make yourself as comfortable as you can on the mat. So coming down to lie. And again, we're just going to take a moment to really think about abdominal bracing and breathing down into the rib cage. So try to get your shoulders down as much as you can so they're flat against the mat. Bending the knees so the feet are hip width apart. The back is as flat as you can get it. And let's draw that tummy all the way in again. So bring the tummy button all the way back to the spine. And then release it out. So bring that tummy back all the way to the spine. And then release it out. Good. Bring the tummy all the way back. So you're really feeling as you bring the tummy in, that back indents into the mat. And one more. So we're getting that tummy tension through the back as you indent and lengthen and back out. So just hold the tummy in slightly. Get the back nice and comfortable. Now again, take your hands to your rib cage and inhale through the nose. Allow that rib cage to fully expand and then exhale through the mouth. So inhale and exhale. Good. So you're inhaling and you're really opening out through the rib cage. You're trying to keep the shoulder blades back and down as much as you can, keeping that back as flat as you can. So you can always practice this as well, stood against a wall. Although if you've got scoliosis and a bit of kyphosis going on at the top of the back, you may find it a lot harder against a wall to stand. So, and relax. So now lengthen your legs. So just lengthen your legs on your mat. Take your hands to your hips. Shoulder blades are back and down. Now I want you to try and lengthen one leg slightly. So you're pulling that hip down. You're lengthening through the leg and then bring it back. So it's literally the leg that's lengthening. Imagine that I'm pulling a piece of string from your heel and it's pulling that hip down and back up. So lengthen and back up. Lengthen and back up. So keep lengthening. So you've got the legs out and you're literally lengthening one leg forwards as much as you can to extend through that hip and back in. You're lengthening through that leg and back in. Bertie. Good. Do one more to each side. And then hug your knees in to release any tension through the back. So hug the knees in, release any tension through the back. Good. So now take the feet down to the floor. And I want you to take both arms back to right angles. So your elbows are on the floor opposite your elbow, hands are back. Now again, if you've got scoliosis or any condition through the spine, a bit of kyphosis with it, you're going to find this really difficult. But try just to open out through the chest, open out through the shoulders, and take the arms back to right angles and try to relax in a position that's comfortable for you. So don't worry if you can't get the arms back at right angles here. Take them to where they feel comfortable, but think about trying to open out through the chest. You might have tightness through the shoulder, might feel it into the side and the back. So just hold. Now try to do that breathing again, all the way down to the bottom of the rib cage and all the way out. So give me 4 breaths, lead on your back with the arms in your right angles. Thinking about drawing that tummy in as well, and staying in the most comfortable position that you can. Betty. When you finish, just relax the arms again. You can hug the knees in. So that's another one that you could try against a wall if you want to, with the arms at right angles. Again, don't forget, in the beginning I mentioned you could use a mirror. So use a mirror to look at your body position and try and help you. So let's do 100 position. If you can, lift both legs to right angles, knees above the hips. If it's too much with both legs up, take one or both legs down. Head, neck and shoulders can stay on your block or pillow or on the floor, or they can lift. But if they lift, there is no tension through the neck. Take your hands to your hips, beat your arms up and down, draw your tummy in. Inhale for 5 taps and exhale for 5 taps. So think about drawing the tummy in to work through the abs, through the core, strengthen through the back. We're getting the blood flow going through the body, beating through the arms. As you inhale and you exhale. Have you seen them off now? On your bed, go on, on your bed. Is that those nasty builders? Yeah. Oh. So 4, 3, 2, let's go to one leg stretch. So draw one knee into the chest, lengthen the other leg out. So draw one knee into the chest, lengthen the other leg out. Now I don't want you to do this fast. I want you to draw that knee in, hug it in and hold as you lengthen the other leg. If it's too much for you, take the feet to the floor and just lengthen along the floor as though you've got a marble under the heel and back in. Marble under the heel and back in. So draw that knee in, draw the knee in. Good. Breathe through the move. Make sure that you are breathing, keeping that breath coming all the way through the rib cage. You're trying to really open out, get as much air into the rib cage as you can. So do 2 more to each side. And when you finish, just hug your knees in. So lying on your back, hug your knees in. Good. So relax the feet down to the floor. And we're going to do a shoulder bridge. So again, if you've got scoliosis, that S shape of the spine with a bit of kyphosis at the top, so you've got a bit of a bulge at the top of the back, bridge is going to be really difficult, but it will really help to mobilise through the spine and help the back muscles and the pelvis. So keep both feet on the floor, tilt, squeeze the bottom, lift the bottom off the floor and come up to your shoulder blades. Hold at the top and then inhale, exhale all the way back down. So just do 6 here, nice and slowly coming all the way up, squeezing through the bottom and all the way back down. Make sure you breathe through the move and do it in your own time. So there is no rush to complete these moves. Think about any tightness or any pulling that you've got. Good. So give me 3 more there. So really think about the move. Think about whether it's hard, whether it's easy, how you feel through the back, through the hip flexors, so the muscles at the front of the hip, through the legs. And when you've finished your 6, just hug your knees in, relax off, give your back a little rest. Good. So we're going to make it a little bit harder now. If you can, take the arms back to right angles. And try to keep your hands in your right angles. And let's just do 4 shoulder bridge here. So tilt, lift all the way up. And all the way back down. If it's too much for you, you could take your hands over the chest to the shoulders, or you could keep them back down by the floor and work on getting the right angles as you start to open out through the chest more. So 2 more. Good, 1 more. And relax, have a little rest. So we're going to do 1 more lot of shoulder bridge. I'm going to try and do 1 leg. If you can't do 1 leg, do both legs. We're going to do 4 on each leg. So lift 1 leg off the floor, take your hands to your sides and come up and down on 1 leg. Come up and down. Good. 2 more. Come up and down. And 1 more. Come up and down. So change legs. Lift the other leg. So this is really challenging, really tough, especially if you've got scoliosis of the spine, but really try and challenge yourself. 2 more. Nice work. Relax, hug the knees in. Do whatever you want to do. You could full body stretch. You could take the knees side to side. Just release. Relax. And then bring yourself up to sit in. So again, if you need to, sit on a cushion or sit on a block. Try and get yourself as long as possible. Crown of the head nice and tall, shoulders back and down. So take 1 leg out in front. Bend your other knee. And just twist and hug over your knee. Try to lengthen through the back. Try to keep the chest open, the shoulders back and down. Good. Come back. Hug the knees in. Just have a rest. Take the chin to the knees. And let's go to the other side. So leg out. Twist to the side. If you struggle to have this knee up, you could always just take the knee to the floor. You could twist here. Remember, it's your workout. It's your choice. Work at your own level. And again, hug the knees in. Just let the chin come to the knees. Hug yourself. Give yourself a hug. Lengthen the legs. Hinge from the hips. Reach down towards the toes. Now remember, if you can't reach the toes, reach as far as you can. Try not to let these shoulders hunch. If you're already hunched at the top, think about hinging. If you can't reach down, just take the hands to the thighs, just hinge. Open out through that chest. Breathe all the way down to the bottom of the rib cage. all the way out. And relax. So sit how you feel most comfortable. And let's just spine twist to release through the spine. Take one hand over the other. Relax through the shoulders. Lengthen through to the top of the head. Twist to one side. And back to centre. So you're inhaling. You're exhaling and lengthening. You're inhaling. You're exhaling and lengthening. You're inhaling. You're exhaling and lengthening. Let's just do a couple more to each side. You've worked really hard. Good. One more to each side. Open out through the chest. Take the hands to the back of the floor. Lengthen through the back. Push the chest forwards. Open out through the shoulders, through the chest. Breathe all the way down to the bottom of the rib cage. And then reach to the side and hold. So just hold here to really open out. And again, think about which is your tightest side. So you might want to do it for longer or do it a couple of times. And come down. Reach to the other side. Good. And one more. Open out through that chest. Let the shoulders relax back and down. Good. And reach to the side. And reach to the side. And relax. So slowly bring yourselves up to standing. However you feel most comfortable coming up. Crick crack. And just walk through the feet. Relax through the shoulders. Stand with your feet hip width apart. Nice and tall through the spine. Shoulders relax back and down. Soften through the knees. Neutral spine. Draw that tummy in, pelvic floor up, and give me a couple of those really nice breaths. So all the way down to the bottom of the rib cage and out, all the way down and out. So please remember to subscribe to my channel if you like the videos, or give me a thumbs up. Well done everybody, you worked really hard. I'll be back with more classes later on today. Bye.